Okay, we're getting in news on cricketer Virat Kohli, who has spoken out on his affairs and the subsequent breakup with actor Anushka Sharma. Virat Kohli hit out at trolls who have been targeting Anushka after powering India to the semi-finals. In fact, what he has said, and I quote, "Shame on people for trolling at Anushka Sharma non-stop. Have some compassion. She has always only given me positivity in my life." Okay, so that's what cricketer Virat Kohli has said. He has spoken out in defense of Anushka Sharma, who is his former girlfriend, and he has, taken a swipe at all those trolling her, saying that he is quite upset with what's happening, and he has gone on to say, have some compassion, and he has gone on to defend Anushka Sharma, who's a leading Bollywood actress herself, saying that she has only given me strength and positivity at all times. Cricketer Virat Kohli, for the first time, speaking about his friend Anushka Sharma, who was in a relationship with her, but we do believe that they have now broken up, but they were in a long relationship for quite some time. But he has come to her defense. He has hit out at all those who have been criticizing her, and it's not actually the first time. Even before, he has taken on, all of the people who have criticized Anushka for his downward performance when he was not performing well, and that too, even at that time, Virat Kohli came to her defense. Okay, so that's the breaking news that we just have. Cricketer Virat Kohli speaking up in defense of Anushka Sharma. Shobit Mittal joins us for more on this. Shobit, Virat Kohli seems to be in the news not only for his batting prowess, but for his, for his love and friendship with Anushka Sharma as well. And once again, he has come to her defense.
Absolutely, Virat Kohli and Twitter trolls really, and seeing that the team on who have announced that Virat comes out and defends Anushka, saying that she's always given him positivity. And now remember, this is not the first time Anushka Sharma has come for Virat Kohli.
In regards to Virat Kohli, and what's surprising and shocking is that Virat Kohli led India to the semis, and still she has to face such hate on social media. So Virat Kohli has come out and defended Anushka, saying that she's always given him positivity. Now remember, there were talks of the duo splitting up. There's no confirmation on that. However, it's clear that they still share a very positive and healthy relationship. And Virat Kohli should be focusing on India's campaign in this World Cup, isn't it? Now this is what Virat Kohli, let me quickly read out his entire, what he's put out on social media, his entire comment. "Shame on those people who have been having a go at Anushka for the longest time and connecting every negative thing to her. Shame on those people calling themselves educated. Shame on blaming and making fun of her when she has no control of what I do with my sport. If anything, she has only motivated and given me positivity. This was long time coming. Shame on these people that hide and take a dig. And I don't need any respect for this post." So Virat Kohli coming out and clearly in very strong words defending Anushka on social media.
And that also speaks so highly of the person that he is. What a gentleman, and it's absolutely ridiculous how people are, blaming Anushka Sharma for everything that Virat Kohli does, because even earlier on, he did go on to slam critics who, at that time, if I'm not mistaken, blamed Anushka Sharma for India's exit from the World Cup.
Absolutely, Anushka was there in Australia during India's campaign in the World Cup, but there were so many other. It wasn't just Anushka; there were other wives and girlfriends of other cricketers who were also with the Indian camp. But yet again, she was singled out for hate on social media. Even Virat Kohli was targeted. He adds, let me just complete his statement. He adds, think of how your sister or girlfriend or wife would feel if someone trolled them and very conveniently rubbished them in public. So that's what Virat Kohli is saying. He's appealing to all the fans, all the Indian cricket fans, to leave Anushka alone and let Virat Kohli concentrate on cricket. Remember, India has a very crucial semi-final to play in just a few days' time.
Yes, absolutely, and that's what's important. And it's very unfortunate that he has to deal with all of this nonsense at a time like this, isn't it, Shobit?
Absolutely, and what's Virat Kohli has been carrying India in this World Cup. He's scored 2 half centuries in winning causes, almost single-handedly taking India to the semis. The other top batsmen have been failing. They averaged 10, 11, and 10 in this World Cup. So it's very crucial for India that Virat maintains his focus on cricket rather than these activities. And it must have been too much for Virat to handle, which is why he's come out and given such statement. He wouldn't have said it if it was something that he wasn't very serious about.
Right.
So for him to notice it and come out and appeal to the fans, that means it has affected him, and this is what Indian cricket does not need at the moment. We need him to focus on cricket.
Yes, absolutely. Shobit, stay with me. We also have India Today. Shivani, this is not the first time Virat Kohli has come out and slammed critics, because even earlier there were many who had blamed Anushka Sharma for India's exit from the World Cup, and ridiculous really for a player like Virat Kohli to deal with all such, stuff that has been written about Anushka Sharma. Do you think he's taking things too personally?
Well, it is personal. You can't say that it isn't personal for him, isn't it? Because it was because of their relationship that either one of them got targeted. And of course, he felt that Anushka was being targeted unfairly. All of us believe that obviously this is not something that she should be made involved in. But that's the nature of social media. But a thing has to be said about Virat here, who's a very modern cricketer. He is perhaps one of the first few who've been in the limelight the way that they have been, who openly accepted her relationship with Anushka as well. He didn't try to keep it under wraps like we have seen in the past. And even though there are obviously unconfirmed reports of them having split up, he still, wants to speak out for her. And obviously he's getting accolades on social media from his fans for that as well, very quickly after posting that tweet. So it just shows that, he's just standing up for Anushka, who has got very unfair comments on social media just for her relationship or her past relationship with Virat Kohli. So it's a good gesture from his side. Whether he's taking it personally or not is really something for him to answer. But obviously when your partner gets targeted, you will take it personally, even if your relationship has ended. So it just shows that he's aware of the fact that of what fans are saying, or rather people are saying on social media, and he just wants to make his point clear. He's very open and very upfront about how he feels about something as personal as this.
Shivani, that also speaks volumes about the person, isn't it? While, he's not maintaining silence, and as you rightly said, he's upfront about his views. But do you think that, all of this that has been going on would affect him on a mental level, considering that, such a crucial game would be coming up, and how important, his position is in the Indian team right now?
Well, to be honest, the trolling of Anushka Sharma started, weeks ago. So by evidence, it hasn't affected him, isn't it? He's very focused on the field of play. And if anything, he's only getting better with every match that he's playing in the World T20. If you see his graph since 2015, early 2015, it's just going skyward. So to say that this has affected him on field, perhaps we don't see any evidence of that. And I think he's now matured enough to understand what he needs to do as a cricketer and what is his personal life. Even when they were in a relationship, if we assume that they have split up, there was nothing to suggest that any of it was affecting him on field. That's a correlation, and that's an analogy. That's a direct relation that people make. But to be honest, what he does in his personal life and what he does as a cricketer, it's not necessary that he will be impacted on the field because of that. Many felt his so-called breakup with Anushka was to impact him on field. He's only gotten better, really, with time. In 2016, he's absolutely been stupendous.
Right.
So nothing to suggest that it's going to affect him poorly, or it's going to impact his game in a negative manner, Anushka.
Okay, Shivani. Shobit, has there been any response? As it is, we have seen how Virat Kohli has come out very strongly, lashing out at the critics. And in the past also, he's had to handle, a public outrage over his poor show against Australia in the semi-final of the World Cup. But, after this statement, has there been any response from his fans?
From his fans, no, not yet. No, Virat Kohli has simply appealed to his fans that do not target Anushka Sharma. Now, remember, if there are, in fact, honest fans of Virat Kohli, they wouldn't troll Anushka Sharma in the first place. It's only Twitter trolls who for their own, pleasure are targeting Anushka Sharma for no rhyme or reason. If they were Indian cricket fans, they wouldn't do it. Leave Virat Kohli, the cricketer, alone, and leave his personal life out of everything concerning Virat Kohli. Of course, we have to only focus about Virat Kohli and his bat. As far as India's campaign in this World Cup is concerned, yes, like Shivani was mentioning, this hasn't affected him so far. From in 2016, he has raised his game in T20 World Cup. He's by far the player of the tournament so far, and we want him to continue this streak. But certainly it has affected him at certain level, which is why he's come out and made this appeal. We hope that his fans now pay heed to his request.
Absolutely. Shivani, what kind of a person is, Virat as such? We've seen him during his interaction with the media. He's often at his sarcastic best, and, he doesn't take things very lightly. But this incident indeed has, hurt him quite a bit. And he mentions that also unequivocally.
That's right. Like I mentioned, Anushka, he's a modern day person. He's, he's been born and brought up in Delhi. He uses social media very, very profusely. And he's not going to make, he's not going to be ashamed about his relationship or the money he makes or the advertising he does or the fame he has or the success he has. He's not apologetic about it. That's the new age Indian, and that's the new age young person today. And that's the kind of attitude that Yuvraj is lauded for as well on the field. I mean, what he is on the field is also what he is off the field. He's upfront. He doesn't want to be apologetic about it. He's a fighter. And I think in one sense we're seeing that here. I remember this quote of Virat Kohli where he said that, he learned to fight very early in his life thanks to his father and thanks to some of the hardships that he faced while he was growing up as a cricketer. And he said that he is a fighter. He will fight for, what he feels is right. So I think here, again, in a personal capacity, we see that happening, that Virat is fighting for what he feels is right. Whether they are in a relationship or not, there's absolutely no reason for Anushka to be targeted. While there was a lot of targeting of Anushka, on the other side, there was a lot of bashing of the toes itself. If you remember in 2015, after the World Cup, when this suddenly became a trend, these trolls were lambasted as well. And once again, if you just see the trend on Twitter, I think it's only been 15 minutes since he has posted this on Twitter, and already his fans, his true fans, are applauding him for it. They're calling him a true champion. They're calling him the greatest of all time. These are just some of the few comments that I have read after his tweet, and clearly this is going to go down as a great gesture from his side, and it's going to strengthen the kind of image that he has in the public. Somebody who wants to stand up for the right thing, and it doesn't matter whether they are in a relationship or they're not. If he feels that targeting of Anushka is wrong, which I think all of us can agree is, then he wants to stand up for it just a day after winning a big match. That the timing of it perhaps is a little bit something that can be talked about. He's just won a match for India in Mohali with playing a stellar knock that is going to be remembered for a long time against Australia. And then the next day, something like this from him. So clearly, you can't separate the cricketer from the person at all times. But on the field of play, Virat Kohli is doing a very good job of not letting anything bother. Wickets are falling around him as well, and one would assume that the pressure should get to him as well. But Virat has shown that he's of a different metal, and whether it's pressure of the professional kind or the personal kind, he's willing to take it, and he's doing a very good job so far.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so rightly said, Shivani. Shobit, and that's what makes him a true champion, isn't it? Not for his on-field performance, but what he does off-field as well. An unapologetic, upfront, player like him, who is absolutely, so candid about his life and has gone on to, strongly defend his dear friend Anushka Sharma.
Absolutely, and like we mentioned earlier, Virat Kohli is such a modern cricketer, really. He's accepted his role not just on the cricket field but on social media as well. In fact, he's one of the most followed sportspersons in India, and he's posted a very strong message today to all the Twitter trolls for targeting Anushka, along with the picture. Let me go across to Shiv, our news editor, who will just go through a very strong message that Virat Kohli has posted.
The best thing about this, Shobit and Avantika, is that this is not the first time that, Virat has actually said something chivalrous, aggressive and angrily in defense of someone attacking Anushka, or women in general before. This is actually the third or the fourth time we're seeing in just the last 1 year. But I want to show you this particular tweet that's come out now. It's obviously, been retweeted almost 4,000 times. People are amazed. Shame on people for trolling Anushka Sharma non-stop. Have have some compassion. She has always only given me positivity. I want to show you the longer statement. He's put up this picture that says shame. Just one word, shame, with this statement which I'm going to read out. Shame on those people who have been having a go at Anushka for the longest time and connecting every negative thing to her. Shame on those people calling themselves educated. Shame on blaming and making fun of her when she has no control over what I do with my sport. If anything, she has only motivated and given me positivity. This was long time coming. Shame on these people that hide and take a dig, and I don't need any respect for this post. Have some compassion and respect for her. Think of how your sister or girlfriend or wife would feel if someone trolled them and very conveniently rubbished them in public. This is a man who obviously doesn't pull his punches. This is a man who is unafraid to defend a person who's widely been reported to be his ex-girlfriend. You've seen shameful things being said on Twitter, Avantika and Shobit, about Anushka. And remember, this is not the first time. Like I said, this is not the first time that Virat is saying something in defense of Anushka in public. Last year, in his first utterances post India's embarrassing exit from the World Cup, you had him very publicly on camera and on social media defend Anushka Sharma. Said that the things that fans were saying were unacceptable. The things that people were saying about Anushka were completely unacceptable. So I think this is in that vein. I think what Virat has really shown is that he's a no-nonsense guy. His private life is his private life, and nobody has any business attacking his girlfriend online or offline for what he does in his cricket career.
Absolutely. Shiv and Shobit and Shivani, thank you all for joining us. We, of course, will keep coming back to you and talking about a very angry Virat Kohli there, who has come out in strong defense of Anushka Sharma, blaming, against all those who have been blaming her for his performance on field, and a very, very strong message that has been posted. Stop attacking her, cowards. This is what Virat Kohli has said in that strong worded message that he has put out on social media.
Obviously, we can, focus on the positive things that we did there against Australia.
We've got a very different team to those games that we played. We went through quite a few players throughout those 3 games.